Charity was born into comfort so deep that struggle sounded like a foreign word to her. From the day she opened her eyes to the world, life had been soft, smooth, and ready-made. She lived in a large city house that stood proudly among other fine buildings, but hers always looked louder. The paint was fresh, the compound was wide, and the gate opened like it knew the people inside were important. Inside that house, nothing waited to be done. Everything was already done. Abego, let's calm down, oh. You see that chilled bottle of Coke beside you, eh? Use some, cool down. Our speed is too much, oh. Charity did not grow up learning how to wash her own clothes or clean her own room. She did not know how to sweep a floor or make her bed. Those things were handled by the many maids who moved around the house quietly like shadows. If Charity wanted water, she did not stand up. She shouted. If her uniform was not ironed well, she shouted louder. If food was late by a few minutes, she complained as if the world was ending. She was still in secondary school, but she behaved like someone who owned the world. Her voice was sharp, and her words carried weight because people feared her reaction. Even adults avoided crossing her path. She enjoyed ordering people around. It made her feel powerful. It made her feel important. "Why is my breakfast cold?" she once yelled, pushing the plate in me. A maid rushed forward, shaking. "Sorry, madam, I will warm it." Charity rolled her eyes and clicked her tongue. "If you know you can do the job well, leave it for someone else." The maid said nothing. She only nodded and picked the plate. Charity felt satisfied. To her, that was normal behavior. That was how life worked when you had money. At school, Charity carried that same attitude. She attended a good secondary school in the city, one that many parents prayed their children would enter. The classrooms were clean, the teachers were trained, and discipline was expected. But Charity acted like those rules were for others, not for her. She came late to school almost every day. When teachers questioned her, she smiled and walked past them. When she was punished, her parents were called, and somehow the punishment always disappeared. Charity noticed this pattern early, and it gave her confidence to misbehave more. In class, she slept with her head on the desk. Sometimes she used her phone under the table, scrolling and smiling while lessons went on. When teachers asked her questions, she laughed it off. "Sir, I forgot," she would say casually. Her grades dropped, but she did not care. She believed school was a waste of time. She believed money would open any door she needed later in life. Her classmates whispered about her. Some envied her lifestyle, others disliked her deeply. But Charity noticed none of that. She lived in her own bubble. Back at home, her parents watched helplessly. Mr. Okori was a respected man in the city. People greeted him with honor. In church, he held an important position. He spoke about good morals, discipline, and humility. His wife, Mrs. Okori, was equally respected. She was known for her calm nature and gentle advice. Together, they looked like a perfect couple raising a perfect child. But behind closed doors, they worried. Mrs. Okori often sat alone in the evening thinking about her daughter. She remembered Charity as a sweet little girl who loved bedtime stories and hugs. Somewhere along the line, that child disappeared. "Good evening, Mommy," Charity would say without stopping, her eyes glued to her phone. Sometimes she didn't even greet at all. Mrs. Okori tried many times to talk to her. She tried calm conversations, she tried warnings, she tried emotional talks. "Charity, this life you are living is not good," she once said. Charity scoffed. "Mommy, please, everyone is fine. You worry too much." Those words hurt more than insults. Mr. Okori noticed the change too. He noticed how visitors looked uncomfortable around Charity. He noticed how maids quit often. He noticed the whispers in church. One Sunday, after service, a woman pulled Mrs. Okori aside. "Madam," she said carefully, "your daughter is beautiful, but you need to watch her character." Mrs. Okori forced a smile, but inside her heart sank. The shame was heavy. That night, she cried quietly so Charity would not hear. Charity, on her part, felt untouchable. She believed her parents' status protected her. She believed nothing serious would ever happen to her. She laughed loudly, bossed people around, and ignored advice. One afternoon, a family friend visited. During the visit, Charity insulted the woman openly over a small issue about sitting space. "Why are you sitting there?" Charity snapped. The room went silent. The woman looked shocked. Mr. Okori stood up immediately. "Charity," he called sharply. Charity frowned. "What?" "Apologize now,"